Over the past 6 months, the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service has been working assiduously to complete the National Youth Policy for Trinidad and Tobago. In January of this year, the Cabinet approved the 2020-2025 Youth Policy, which will serve as a roadmap to positive youth development. Today, at the Ministry, we are pleased to present to you the new National Youth Policy that will guide us as we expand the youth development agenda and will direct you, our key stakeholders, along the path to sustainable youth development and excellence.
I am delighted to introduce to you the National Youth Policy 2020-2025. Having worked on this project so closely from its inception, I am more than pleased to see this project come to fruition. It is therefore the culmination of a comprehensive process which included numerous community consultations, stakeholder surveys, interviews, desk and peer reviews, and focus group discussions with youth leaders, representatives of youth-serving organizations, and civil society. Our work did not end there. We were guided by local, regional, and international frameworks and policies that all served to positively influence the lives of our youth population. The policy is also underpinned by 8 strategic priorities, which we fondly called pillars. I assure you that we at the MyDNS are committed to the advancement of the youth development agenda, and are excited to collaborate with you to implement the objectives outlined in this policy, which is a vehicle for change and development for all young people. But the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service cannot do this alone. Today, I challenge you to pay particular attention to how you can contribute to the positive futures of our nation's youth.
A wise man once taught us that if and when a man or woman knows where he or she is going, the world moves aside and allows him or her to pass. The same exists for a country. The same exists for a department, and indeed it exists for the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service. The government of Trinidad and Tobago, in response to urgings from the international platforms that we are engaged in and with, and more so from the demands and the calls of the young people of Trinidad and Tobago, engaged the idea of developing a vision, an agenda, and indeed a policy to guide all that we must do in relation to the youth agenda that we responded with as the young people of Trinidad and Tobago signaled that they are on their way upwards and forward. The Ministry of Youth Development and National Service very carefully identified Dr. Henry Charles and his very professional team to assist the ministry in drafting our national youth policy. That work started about 2 years ago, and it came to completion a few months ago. We are very happy and proud at that work, since it accords with the National Development Agenda, Vision 2030. It accords with our post-COVID recovery for Trinidad and Tobago's economy theme, and it accords with the aspirations of the young people of Trinidad and Tobago as embodied and expressed in this policy and garnered by Dr. Charles and his team. When this document was perfected, we quite naturally took it to the cabinet for its consideration and approval, and we won the approval of the cabinet The next thing we did was to ensure that every member of the staff of the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service had some level of exposure to the policy, this approved National Youth Policy. And today, we launch this for the benefit of the national community, and more particularly, the young people of Trinidad and Tobago, who this policy, or which this policy, identifies as persons between the ages of 10 to 35 years. This National Youth Policy reflects a track and undergirding that we will run this ministry and all of our plans and programs upon. It will guide all that we do. It is this that the team that follows me in this presentation to you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and all else who would look, it is this that they would deliver to you. So you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, in particular the young people, will have a clear and clean understanding of what we would do and what the outcomes from the agenda that we set for you, the young people of Trinidad and Tobago, would be all about. And I present to you our team who will develop the themes and the aspects of our National Youth Policy 2020 to 2025.
What is a National Youth Policy? A National Youth Policy is a critical component of a country's youth development ecology. The overarching purpose of a National Youth Policy is youth empowerment, and therefore it underscores the fundamental rights of young people. The policy will guide youth work in both the private and public spheres. As a prescriptive tool, a youth policy lays out a strategy to address youth issues, needs, and challenges. Importantly, it establishes a framework for youth development stakeholders to articulate better the purpose, justification, and results of youth development work. This current National Youth Policy was conceptualized by several fundamental principles, namely positive youth development, gender equity, social inclusion, and active citizenship. Furthermore, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago National Youth Policy 2020-2025 espouses a human rights-based approach to youth development.
The previous National Youth Policy would have defined youth as persons between the ages of 12 to 29 years. However, this policy defines a young person between the ages of 10 to 35 years. It is understood that youth is not a homogeneous construct, as the young people of Trinidad and Tobago come from diverse socioeconomic and socio-cultural backgrounds and have unique abilities, learning, and living experiences. The new National Youth Policy 2020 to 2025 acknowledges that youth represent a transitional period associated with several critical life-transforming biological and social psychological developments. Hence, the policy has adopted a life cycle approach to youth development. The government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago will develop and implement age-specific youth programs to cater for the unique and diverse needs of you, our young people. The age cohorts are as follows: 10 to 14 years of age, middle childhood to adolescence; 15 to 17 years, adolescent; 18 to 21 years, adolescent into early adulthood; 22 to 29 years, early adulthood; and 30 to 35 years, early adulthood, transitioning from a youth.
The philosophy of the National Youth Policy is as follows: positive youth development versus deficit-based approach. Positive youth development recognizes, utilizes, and enhances young people's strengths and promotes positive outcomes for young people by providing opportunities, fostering positive relationships, and furnishing the support needed to build on their leadership strengths. The deficit-based approach tends to focus on problems in people or to help people avoid risks associated with adverse outcomes.
The collection of data for the formulation of the National Youth Policy 2020-2025 involve a modern methodological approach of using qualitative and quantitative methodology, thus giving birth to the mixed method approach. This approach entailed the document review of over 30 national, regional, and international policies, plans, and reports relevant to our young people. Some of these documents included the Sustainable Development Goal 2030, the Vision 2030, the National Development Strategy of Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean Community Youth Development Action Plan, the Global Youth Development Index, the Draft National Policy on Gender and Development, just to name a few. Although this documentation was useful, it was necessary to engage a range of stakeholders who represent young people and those who support and work with youth in Trinidad and Tobago. The stakeholders comprised youth throughout Trinidad and Tobago, youth practitioners, youth leaders, educators, and civil society representatives. Furthermore, these stakeholder consultation, taking the form of an intersectoral approach, yielded information from 18 ministry bodies and 27 departments, along with 12 private stakeholders, 13 NGOs, 16 faith-based organizations, and 8 educational institutions throughout Trinidad and Tobago. By extension, 563 young people completed a youth survey. 21 focus group discussions were conducted with an average of 7 persons per focus groups. 23 key informants completed the online survey. Also, there were 26 key informant interviews when 90 persons participated. Arising out of the data collection process, stakeholders were concerned about the following: youth economic capital, quality education and training, youth health and well-being, unrepresented and marginalized youth, safe spaces, communities, and environment for young people, active youth participation in civic and governance, youth and climate change, social inclusion, institutional strengthening, and youth mainstreaming. Importantly, these emerging areas from the data were modified and developed into what we will call the 8 pillars for the National Youth Policy. These will form a very instrumental part of this National Youth Policy for Trinidad and Tobago 2020 to 2025. The National Youth Policy adopts a human rights-based approach to youth development that emphasizes the intersectional needs and priorities of young people between the ages of 10 to 35 years. This is an essential tool to support the mainstreaming of youth development priorities across Trinidad and Tobago's developmental landscape. The policy is underpinned by the core principles of gender equality and equity, respect for diversity, social inclusion, youth heterogeneity and intersectionality, as well as inclusive and active participation of young people.
Some of the main goals of the National Youth Policy are to mainstream youth priorities across all developmental sectors of Trinidad and Tobago, to promote social inclusion through the implementation of youth development interventions and processes that are holistic, socially inclusive, gender responsive, and informed by intersectionality analyses, to enhance youth policy environments through functional strategic partnerships, adequate budgetary allocations, timely investments, and effective monitoring and evaluation systems, to facilitate active citizenship through the strategic engagement of young people in the civic and democratic life of Trinidad and Tobago. We want to acknowledge their right to participate and be agents of change for sustainable development. There are 15 strategic objectives of the National Youth Policy. These were fundamental in the creation of the 8 pillars of the National Youth Policy: youth economic empowerment, youth participation in civic and democratic processes, environmental sustainability, contribution to rural transformation, participation in agricultural production, and sustainable funding arrangements for youth development. The 8 youth development pillars in this policy link with the Sustainable Development Goals and Vision 2030 of Trinidad and Tobago's strategic development. How will this be operationalized? The aim is to have timely financial investments in youth empowerment initiatives whilst pushing for effective and professionalized youth development work culture in Trinidad and Tobago. Some examples of the different youth stakeholders in Trinidad and Tobago are Office of the Prime Minister, YFAM, Interreligious Organization of Trinidad and Tobago, and the Trinidad Youth Council.
The 8 interconnected youth development pillars articulated in this policy are in congruence with the Sustainable Development Goals and Trinidad and Tobago's strategic development vision. These pillars will be operationalized through strategic youth development interventions utilizing a youth mainstreaming strategy and will be supported by timely financial investments in youth empowerment initiative, inclusive and active youth participation, responsive and functional institutional arrangements, functional strategic partnerships among crucial youth development stakeholders, and a professionalized youth development work culture. These pillars are as follows. Pillar 1. Prioritizing youth economic participation and empowerment. The strategic objectives of this pillar are to facilitate enhanced youth economic participation, to promote youth economic empowerment, and to create an internationally accredited ecosystem to support innovation through associate programs such as Global Entrepreneurship Week Symposium, the On-the-Job Training Program, Youth Conversations, free movement of skills and labor through the CARICOM Youth Ambassadors Program. With the creation of employment and learning opportunities of young people, the outcome of this pillar is achieved as youth economic participation is prioritized and incentivized. Pillar 2. Harnessing youth social and intellectual capital. The strategic objectives of this pillar are to facilitate the development of academically competent and intellectually accomplished young people, facilitate the development of tech-savvy and technically competent young persons, and to facilitate the development of socially conscious, culturally literate, and resilient young people through associated programs such as Youth Build and Art Meets Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, technical and vocational education and training programs, cultural studies, performing arts and fashion design, and scholarships offered by the Government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. The outcomes are our young men and women are active participants in transforming the learning environment and demonstrate social competence and resilience.
Pillar 3. Facilitating inclusive and active youth participation in the civic and democratic life of Trinidad and Tobago. The strategic objectives of this pillar are: create opportunities for inclusive and active youth participation, establish policies and protocols to support youth participation, provide young people with the necessary tools to improve the quality and impact of their participation, and foster social inclusion, build youth agency and resilience through associated programs such as Trinidad Youth Parliament, National Youth Council, youth-led and youth-serving organizations, and 40 Under 40. The outcomes of this pillar are young people are engaged as co-creators in governance and development processes, functional youth-led organizations and networks, active participation in civic and democratic processes. Pillar 4, creating safe spaces, peaceful communities, and environments. The strategic objectives of this pillar are to create safe spaces, peaceful communities and environments, and promote a culture of peace in youth spaces and environments through associated programs such as Community Recovery Committee, Citizen Security Program, Youth Against Gender-Based Violence, Youth Resource and Information Centers, and Transition Homes. The outcomes are our young people are co-creators and beneficiaries of safe spaces, peaceful environments and communities, and young people are taking action to eliminate all forms of violence.
Pillar 5, promoting or accentuating holistic youth health and well-being. The strategic objective of this pillar is to promote healthy lifestyles and youth well-being through interventions like the Living Room Project of the Family Planning Association of Trinidad and Tobago, Parenting TT, Health and Family Life Education under the Ministry of Education, the Silver Lining Foundation, and Families in Action. Organizations and programs such as these contribute to the fundamental principles of Pillar 5. The outcome of this pillar is young people are practicing healthy lifestyles. Pillar 6, emphasizing youth participation in rural transformation, agriculture production, and food security. The strategic objectives of this pillar are to accentuate youth contributions to rural transformation and emphasize youth participation in agriculture production through programs such as 4-H clubs and youth apprenticeship programs in agriculture, NEDCO, Y-Farm, and district youth councils. Given the increasing passion for rural development and agriculture in Trinidad and Tobago, these organizations will make even more historical impact on our country in the near future. The outcomes of this pillar are young people are actively participating in rural transformation, and young people's participation in agricultural production is prioritized and incentivized across the value chain.
Pillar 7, supporting youth action on climate change, environmental sustainability, and climate justice. The strategic objectives of this pillar are facilitate youth contribution to environmental sustainability and support youth action on climate change and climate justice through programs such as iCare, Nature Seekers NGO, and volunteer program of the ODPM. The outcome of this pillar is young people are co-creating climate resilient and environmentally sustainable communities. Pillar 8, creating an enabling environment for positive youth development in Trinidad and Tobago. The strategic objectives of this pillar are to support the institutional strengthening of relevant youth development agencies and institutions, develop and implement sustainable funding arrangements for youth development, enact legislation and policies to facilitate positive youth development, and facilitate the mainstreaming of youth priorities across all development sectors through associated programs such as Diploma and Bachelor's in Youth Development work at UWI, unit and district leadership training offered by the Youth Affairs Division, and the implementation of the National Youth Policy. The outcomes of this objective are the youth development sector is professionalized, and youth development priorities are mainstreamed across all development sectors.
The Government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, through the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service, will collaborate with key development partners to facilitate appropriate financial investments and secure the necessary technical assistance to support the positive youth development agenda. The efficient and effectiveness of this proposed monitoring and evaluation strategy will be accentuated by utilizing the following strategies. Enhance the capacity of youth leaders to undertake the policy and program evaluation and assessments, accentuating the integration of modern management information systems and information communication technologies in the M&E process, to develop a working partnership with the National Statistical Agency, and also to strengthen the research capacity of the Ministry of Youth Development and National Services.
I am Chantal Goddard. I am happy to have been called to the bar and to be presented by the Minister of Youth Development and National Service, the Honorable Fitzgerald Hines. On behalf of all youth in Trinidad and Tobago, I am eager to see the implementation of this new policy and all that it allows young people to achieve towards the development of our beautiful island, Trinidad and Tobago.
We at the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service, MyDNS, are extremely pleased to have shared with you the National Youth Policy for Trinidad and Tobago 2020 to 2025. We are eager to work with all stakeholders, including our youth-led and youth-serving organizations, partnering ministries and agencies, NGOs, CBOs, FBOs, private sector organizations, and particularly our young people to positively influence our youth to become co-creators and civic-minded citizens who contribute to the development of Trinidad and Tobago.